So right now I'm arrived the Baku airport for the transit. All right, time to say goodbye to two countries near the Caspian Sea, and now we're heading to Georgia, and that begins my journey. Hey guys, right this moment I'm in Tbilisi Central Railway Station. So from here, a departure for my start point of my adventure, the Silk Road, Gori City. And I think I'll stay there for like 2 nights for prepared and then heading to the mountains. Whew, hope this journey would be fine. So far, so good. For the tomorrow, who knows? So I arrived Gori railway station. This journey is fantastic. So from tomorrow, I don't know where I'm heading for. So let me keep it mystery. Well, before the departure, some kids asked me, "Hey Sam, we're traveling around the world. What if you cannot communicate with the local people? Because language, every country have their own language." That's a very good question. So, because when I travel around the world, I realized, for example, in Europe, well, English is not enough to communicate with local people. So I learned a new language, and I think everybody have this capability to do that. That's what we call the body language. So when I want to drink water, purchase a water, I just do it like this or this and pay the money. And if I want to go to hotel, I just do, and people will understand. So since this journey begins from Kazakhstan, so in there is written the official language quite like Russian. So totally, I just learned 3 phrases. First one, da, and second one, нет, and third one, хорошо. And with these 3 oral language, I crossed in the whole country, of course, by the train travel. But here in Georgia, I finally found the billboard. Okay, you see that? This language for me, written language for me, is totally like for me, I can totally zero understanding. Thanks God, there's English translation. So for this character's alphabetic writing way, I was really shocked. This is a modern local Georgian language, written form. So translated into English, it can be called the knight or warrior alphabetic. It's really interesting. So every time when I travel around, I sense different culture, even just by language, by the words. So it's very interesting. Think at this building too. 1872. And look at the cologne. This makes me feel very, very, quite like time crossing. Especially, I cannot understand the local language. So when I was sit down somewhere full of local people, for me, it's like I'm traveling back to the history. So with this building as an environment, when I sit down inside waiting for my train, and the local people talking, for me, as a foreigner, outsider, what I'm hearing is actually the ancient language of local. So inside a building of 1872, so I can begin to understand, I did time crossing, especially here's the hometown, a birthplace of Mr. Stalin. So reading a little bit about his story, about his childhood, about how he become the upper side, be a leader. It's like I crossing the time, have a conversation with him. So this is the magic of one of the point I discovered during travel. This is the Vulcan. I believe it belongs to Mr. Stalin during the ancient time. So this city is also the birthplace of Mr. Stalin. So right this moment, this whole area is the Stalin Park. I've seen a lot of traces over here. Wow, actually the 12th, March 2025. Today, I was planning to departure, but when I wake up in the morning, I feel very peaceful. So I decided to put off the departure. And here's the statues of Mr. Stalin. And behind here, that's the museum. So this side is actually main square of the Stalin Park. To be honest, I never thought one day I can be here. Never dared to thought. So recently when I'm in Georgia, from the airport of Tbilisi and then the city town, I met some local young people. They asked me, how can you travel? Everybody seems to want to travel to see the world. So I also like to say, for traveling, I never thought one day I can be here, be there. When I was a kid, I don't even dare to dream about it. So, especially for example, this right moment, Mr. Stalin. For me, I don't know too much about, because my family rule is very simple. When we hear a lot of voices about this or that, we just concentrated on what we're doing. So for me, when I arrive here, I just feel this is holy ground of the local. So I always remember one famous philosopher saying, the real happiness arises when there's no fear, no conflict, and attachment. So with this kind of mindset, I'll walk to the holy ground to feel the history, to feel the trace and culture. So for me, this journey to Gori, already I decided to slow down. I feel so happy. And also this city gave me a great power. I don't know how I got it. I followed my heart and decided to travel alone and decided to head into my own destination, the terminals of the Silk Road. So far I've been traveled like 14 days from Xinjiang, crossing the Kazakhstan, then Azerbaijan, and then arrived Georgia. So during I crossing the whole continent, crossing those lands, some of the people I met on the road, they asked me, how do you think about here? How do you think about people here? Because my father always guided me. Every time when I want to talk about this or that, my father will guide me like by Socrates' words. Strong mind discuss about idea, on average mind discuss about event. So I'm thinking, how can I make this to be an idea? So now I got my answer. So before the 27th January 2025, I did homework for like 6 months, a homework from my father. So he asked me, can I sharing my self-learning English experience and skills to Mandarin speaker who want to learn this language and have no access or opportunity to get the information. So for this 6 months, I was really like Forrest Gump, sitting on a bus bench, and it's like I think very hard back to my memory, like 10 or 15 years ago. So I was really back to memory and feel very exhausted. So since I began this journey, I totally feel it's like I'm lost my power. So crossing the whole country still here during the 14 days. As outsider point of view, I can tell what I experienced is like what happened to me. It's like in my heart, it was full of energy because of the environment. As an English saying goes, like you're a product of the environment. So I have a strong sensation that I'm like a product, human product, crossing the countries and be a little bit improvement into the CPU and into the software system. So I would like to say thank you, people on this land. You guys offer me the energy to continue my adventure. So right now, I found the reason and power for one idea, how to forward instead of go home. Thanks a million. So this is maybe quite like Forrest Gump talking. I always love his words. Stupid is as stupid as. The second phrase. Life was like a box of chocolate, and you never know which one you're gonna get. From Forrest Gump's mom. Those words clears a lot of clouds for me when I was confused. So now I just like him. He wants to round, and I want to travel. So welcome you guys join me. So from today, I'll head into some serious places. So right now I think I'm already in very traditional center. And have you seen this dog? So I noticed that they have some dogs on the street, but I'm not sure what kind of dog they belongs to. And on air they have a tag, so maybe they're already vaccinated. Well, so this town, especially the architecture style, quite familiar like the Chinese one, but the style is totally different. So the first impression, I thought, wow, I'm in China, and when I look at the details, that's another way. It's quite similar to the south and west part of China's architecture style, but this is really unique. This is local. So sorry, using comparative philosophy thinking. And got to turn around. So here's the fortress, gory fortress, and by my very limited information. So this fortress, the first record, official record, is around 13th century. Well, quite like Mr. Marco Polo's period. And in 1920, this fortress experienced earthquake, but still stand there. Well, let's go up to enjoy the sunset. And I believe the viewing will be fantastic. I already see the snow capes. All right, see you up there. Well, so here's the fortress, the top of it. So on my background, can you see the mountains over there? I'll change the front camera so you can see the snow capes everywhere.